So thanks, Thomas, for the great talk. So actually, for those of you who haven't been able to join the earlier sessions, we are going to have the videos, upload the videos on our YouTube channel and also on the JakartaOne live stream website. So you can basically watch them after the conference, after this event.
And I think also for the crowdcast, once you finish the first session, I think it's replayable. So
Exactly.
please don't be stressed out if you missed anything. And I do know that, and I do apologize for having some technical difficulties, but it was, trust us, believe, and believe us, out of our control. And things always happen when you go live. So
That's true.
But moving along.
Yes. So in this session, we actually want to talk about community and contribution because Jakarta is, a community-driven effort, and the work around Jakarta is not possible without the contributions and support of our community members. But what does it mean to contribute to Jakarta and what is the process? So let's watch a video that explains the process for my community members to get involved, and then we can have more discussions around it.
Yep, thank you.
Want to contribute to a cloud-native open-source project like Jakarta EE? It's actually pretty straightforward. Anybody can contribute by following these 5 steps. The first step is to create an Eclipse account. When contributing as an individual, you need to sign the Eclipse Contributor Agreement, which confirms your intent to provide contributions of code and documentation under the licenses used by the Eclipse projects to which you're contributing. However, in the case your employer is already a member of the Jakarta EE Working Group, your employer has a member committer and contributor agreement in place that covers all their employees who are contributing, and you do not need to do anything. Based on your interest, you can then visit github.com/eclipse-ee4j for the code and specifications, or github.com/jakartaee for the jakarta.ee website to find a project that interests you, and read the project's contribution guide to learn more about coding style and other guidelines. Next, write your contribution. This typically takes the form of code, documentation, or collateral submitted to the project source code repository. When your collateral or code is ready, you will then need to create a GitHub issue or a pull request. This is your opportunity to tell others about changes you've made to the project. After an issue or a pull request has been opened, you'll work with the project team to review the potential changes and add follow-up commits before your changes are merged into the base branch. Once your work has been merged, you will have successfully contributed to an open-source project that will be widely used. Congratulations! You are now part of the Jakarta EE contributor community. For more information on becoming a Jakarta EE contributor, visit jakarta.ee/getinvolved.
So I hope that was useful, but if you have more questions about the process and how to get involved, make sure to put them in the chat section and we'll make sure to reply to those. But Tanya, does the contribution need to be contributions to the code only?
Well, the short answer is no. We have plenty of work for anyone who is not interested in code, but there is a different type of coding as well. It all depends on your interest and your preference. So, for example, someone may not be really interested in contributing right away to the specifications or even the implementations of the specifications, but maybe they're interested in contributing in the examples or the tutorial project or different other projects describing the use of the Jakarta's technology or its implementations. But there is a whole other level of being involved, and that is about promoting the Jakarta as the technology, writing blogs, all sorts of different content, videos, and helping us spread the word about the technology within the community. So to really get a little bit more familiar with all the options that you have in terms of the contributing, please go and browse our pages on the website. I'm sure you know it's jakarta.ee, and there is the community section over there. Please check out all the ways you can connect with us, whether it's a mailing list through the community or for particular projects, or if you're interested to chat with us via Slack, please go there. Recently I was really happy to see a couple of people coming brand new to the Jakarta world and being very proactive and asking questions where to look for information. So we're welcoming that type of interaction. So Slack is a great option for a little bit more informal interaction. So please feel free to work with that. There is also a repository that is dedicated to non-technical work. And that is the collateral repository, Jakarta Collateral. So if you want to get in touch with us that way, please do so. And if you are doing any of the work related to Jakarta, we would love to know about that. So
yeah, for sure.
Please ping us.
Or create an issue in the collateral repository.
Absolutely, and we will be super happy to promote and highlight you, not just you, your work, and you. Like often in our community newsletter, we're highlighting our contributors as well, so look out for that. But for those who are interested to kind of look for a specific project, or even more so for a specification project, we recently created a video that can kind of guide you through the website and navigate to a specific, in this case, specification. So why don't we roll that video?
If you wonder how to navigate and find information about the Jakarta EE specifications, you have come to the right place. Centrally located on the Jakarta EE website, you find the specifications drop-down menu. By selecting Browse Specifications, you will find a list of all the Jakarta EE specifications. Notice that under the name of each specifications, you can find a link called Project. So what is the relationship between a project and a specification? Well, a Jakarta EE specification project can produce multiple specifications. For example, the Jakarta EE platform project produces the specifications for Jakarta EE platform, Jakarta EE web profile, and Jakarta EE core profile. If we look at one of these projects, for example, the Jakarta MVC project, and click on the project link, you can see that you find all the information you need about the project here. On the first page, you can find the previous releases as well as the planned upcoming releases. You can see who's involved in the project, and also the Developer Resources tab will show you the GitHub repositories for this project. And in the GitHub repositories, that's where the work is done. Here you can navigate the issues and look at the pull requests if there are any, and of course you can look at the code. So I hope you've now learned how you can navigate to find information about the project. To repeat, click the Browse Specifications on the Jakarta EE webpage and then look at the project links.
So talking about contributing to Jakarta EE, we have actually created a number of polls in the platform around, what are the possible blockers for the community members if they are interested to contribute to Jakarta EE. So make sure to check them out and let us know what you think.
And we ran that poll, I just want to mention, last year, and we learned a great deal from it. So please answer our questions again. Or if you already have answered people who are dialing for the first time, please let us know, because we're trying to tailor and correct everything so you can contribute with these and get involved with these.
Yes. And for that, we actually interviewed some of our community members to understand, how to contribute to Jakarta EE and where to start from. So let's hear it from our community members.
Yeah, you can get some ideas from them as well.
Yes.
First get angry with some issues and then transform your anger into something positive. Create issues, try to create pull requests, be careful to provide enough information so it will be something to discuss or at least, or even it could be accepted.
Yeah, there's always a good question. So where do you start? How do you get involved? It's essentially just using the code, using the products. That's like the first step, just be a user. And then you typically come across several issues. So you might have a missing feature, you might find a bug, you might find something that's not so clear. You want to have some clarification. And then the first thing is always to open an issue at the GitHub tracker. So that's basically your first step. When you do that, you're basically already involved. Just asking a question, doing a remark that's like a very low level or a low key entry to start. And from there you can proceed. You can propose a fix, you can propose a PR, you can actually do a PR, but then you need to sign the CLA, which is not that difficult, but you do need to do that. And from there you can just go on contributing to the things. But it all starts with just using Jakarta EE and posing questions.
The first thing is try to read the documentation, because sometimes we have issues in the docs. So it's super easy to go there and fix. And it's good as well, because sometimes when we create the README and the docs, we are missing something, some basic steps for new joiners. And after that, I believe asking the core contributors what can be done, a testing, a new code, a piece of code, it's an awesome start.
The best place to start to contribute to Jakarta EE is to go to the Jakarta EE webpage. From there you can find your technology that you're particularly interested in, and then dive down deeper, check out the the mailing lists, check out the issue trackers on GitHub. Everything is out there in the open source. So when you find your particular technology, just look what they're looking for. If you have something you want to have fixed with that technology, file a bug, or even a pull request. So there are various ways of contributing. And it doesn't even have to be with code. You can contribute to help with the documentation. Maybe they need some graphics or something else.
If you want to contribute to Jakarta EE, you cannot directly, or it don't make sense, let's say it like that, to directly contribute to the APIs, because that is something that need to be heavily discussed in meetings and so on and so on. But if you want to get into it, it's when talking about the sources of a spec, it's not only the API. Next to the API, we have the documentation and we have the TCK, which is the test compatibility kit. And both are way better to get into it and get started as a contributor than the API as it, because that is way more complex. And especially in the documentation, where we're still missing some good pictures, updating some pictures from a pixel-based version to a vector-based version and things like that. There are really a lot of, cool things where you can start to really contribute to the projects.
So I think they should have a look into the specifications, read them. There's actually a value to be gained from reading them. Sometimes there will be something surprising to you. Perhaps you may even spot an error or something that you don't fully understand. And then giving feedback is really, really valuable. And I think a good way to do that is look for the mailing lists that are there for the specific components or technologies, and then try to join in mailing lists and ask there, have you thought about that, or could we explain that better? Something like that. So I think that's very, very helpful to get feedback from users.
Well, I think the easiest way to contribute, to get started to contribute, is by documentation. Maybe we can take a look on the documentation. Probably something could be improved, and also you can get started talking about Jakarta in your community. I think this is the easiest way to get started, because you can spread the specification, how it could benefit the community, and so on. So I think that if you want to get started to contribute with Jakarta, you can get started to talk to the people, because this is the easiest way to get started.
Where they should start introduce themselves to the community, go to the Slack channel or Twitter or any social media, say, hey, I'm glad to help. There is also email list that is super important to go. And based on that, you can choose the specification that you're willing to learn, apply, and help, and start to give feedbacks, writing articles, and also send some pull requests to enhance the documentations, enhance the testing, and things like that.
There are so many ways to contribute, but I think most of the easy one is to use some Jakarta EE stuff, whatever, documentation or implementation, whatever you like. And please give us the feedback. That's a great contribution, I think.
Oh, absolutely. So first off, go and visit the JakartaOne website, and there is the whole section on how to get involved. So please look into that. But if you are interested to more personal connection, don't hesitate to contact me personally or anyone from the Jakarta working group, and we will help you get going. There are about 40-ish projects under Jakarta EE. So if you are interested in Enterprise Java, this is definitely a place for you. You don't need pretty much anything to get going and start contributing. There is only one piece of paper, Eclipse Contributor Agreement, and we will guide you how to do the paperwork, and we'll just get you going.
Meet with people from the community, ask people from the community where help is needed. Yeah, that would be the best advice, right? To really talk with people about it and check where Jakarta needs help.
I would go to the web page and the thing that got me involved in doing this technology is I got the possibility to make changes and impact the technology I used in my daily work. So if you're a Jakarta EE developer in your daily work and you see something you would have done better, then what better way is it than actually contributing to it?
Of course, going to a local JAK, to a talk, perhaps something is organized with someone from the working group or committer from a project, is always a good thing. Talking with them and yeah, just network and get in contact with someone, and the discussion will happen naturally then.
The advice is, if you use the tools and libraries that Jakarta provides, it's super nice to go there, and if you see some issues or something that is not there, just go there and contribute, because it's a super open community. The guys, everyone is super open to receive anything, any pull request, any improvements. So it's a good start. If you use it, it's a good thing. Try to make it better and help the guys.
I think that most people underestimate themselves. So because today it's very easy to get started to contribute. So you can get started from on speaking, on your own community, or if you want to explore something in your community, maybe in a conference as well. So I think the people underestimate themselves. So first of all, believe in yourself, go to the repository, take a look on the code. Okay, sometimes it's hard, totally fine, but you can get started as baby steps. Oh, take a look on the documentation. See, any kind of contribution is a contribution. It's very important. So be part of that is very easy, and you see that you can improve your Java world as well by doing this kind of contribution.
You should be prepared for refusal, but don't take it personally and try it again. It is always positive because you just receive feedback to improve the question or what you really want to achieve, and it will always move forward.
Yes, please, if you want to impact your career, want to increase your networking, that's the best place to go, because you're going to learn, you're going to have networking, you can find jobs, you're going to increase your opportunity inside the market. Think about it. I mean, you are the opportunity that you become the person who will change the platform that everybody will using. So it's super different, it's super highlight in your resume or your LinkedIn profile. So make the future today, impact your career tomorrow.
Yeah, first they go to like how to get a connect, and then they can go to the Jakarta EE website to find out all the specifications, find the specification they are passionate about, they use a lot, and then they should join the mailing list and then ask basically the group which issues you would basically they can get involved and contribute. Is all of the projects are pretty much welcoming, and then they should just getting involved in the project and submit some PRs and review some PRs and go from there.
Yeah, basically just to think about the platform and how it all connects. So you might propose something, but think about how it relates to the entire platform, since Jakarta EE has all those various parts like security, validation, REST, servlet. So whatever you propose, take a look at the entire platform and see where it fits.
So I think we're back.
Yeah.
So welcome back to studio again, and it is always fabulous to hear from the community. This is for us at Jakarta EE Working Group, the best way to learn what's going on is getting input from the community. So I will actually take a moment and do kind of recognize that Java world is changing as well. And lately there was quite a bit of conversation about the Loom project in Java SE21. So Jakarta EE World is also very much interested in the Loom project, and for that reason today we have a speaker who is expert in that field. So José Pomar will be talking about concurrent and asynchronous programming, state of Loom in in Java 21. So José, please take it away.